Welcome. I'm hoping and I think, because I just did a test, that this video works. Not that I have some great stuff to put out there, but when I get to express myself, when I get to go inside my own body and empty out my thoughts, I'm just going to give you a small example. I was at a Shiva house tonight, and my friend's father passed away. Very not sad. It was beautiful. The memories that I have with him, although there's not enough, there was enough that it touched my heart forever. I just love this family so much. For some reason, everybody is completely different from any normal of any kind of family. They're special. It's just and it starts out with the mother and the father and coming out of Russia and coming over here and one of the brothers, when he came here, I think the other brother was born after. The oldest brother is still alive. He's 92, and they used to call him Good, G-U-D. But when they got on the boat, they said it was goods. You put G-O-D-Z, because when he pronounced the word, I'm thinking that he says, because when everybody jokes around my friend, they call him, hey, Goodsy, 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 and they say it's good and Z, good and Z. So it's like, anyways, over time, I have one of these, and that's when you want to enlighten somebody, you just plug them in. Goes into a socket instead of sticking in your finger. You got the two right there. You really don't want to connect any wires to your hands. If you're not feeling good, if you get into a little bit of trouble, you're in hot water, get out the red tape. Don't cross the line, of course. Everybody knows yellow and red go together. I guarantee you it's true. Just ask the Power Rangers. Yellow and red, 1 and 3, 13, 31. I'm going to tell you something about 13 and 31. In fact, I don't even like that this camera is not playing it. There we go. Just want to tell you and back up and tell you, there's a video before this one. If you look in the video, I'm moving all over the place. And I think while I made that last video, on the 21st of July, one without sound, the last one without sound, I've been canceling most of them out until I found them funny. This video especially, I was moving around like this, and I had a drink yesterday. Not one, not 10, three drinks. I don't know how much. They were cups about, let's say, this big, filled with alcohol to here, and then ice. So I guess maybe 6-7 ounces. But I've been sick since yesterday. So I like this family. It makes me feel good. One of them tonight made me laugh, and I've been depressed since yesterday. Bipolar, nobody tells you, but there's sad times, you know. And when you debalance your body, it becomes really sad. And I didn't feel good, and I don't like that. This is a memory, okay, because his name was Jack, the man who passed on. And talking about the man who passed on, what a fantastic guy. I mean, although I didn't live there, I wasn't around him, so I can say what I want to say. But what I really want to say is, take a look. There's a head and a tail. What do the balls mean? Does it become the arms and the legs? This is his dick and this is his ass? Because that's all the cats and dogs do, is sniff ass. I mean, you got to know about dogs. Doggy heaven, cats and dogs. It must be a doggy heaven. What's happening? Well, it's raining cats and dogs. Wait a second. Doesn't man go up to heaven? I'm not sure. I'm a little mixed up with man lately. Do you know why? A friend of mine, well, not a friend of mine, but an old acquaintance, not an acquaintance at all, but he was a guy. It wasn't a guy, it was a chick, but it wasn't a chick. It didn't matter anyways. Let me explain to you the way it works. Go freeze in hell. What kind of crap? You don't talk to somebody. And then the other guy says, no, you're going to burn in hell. And I'm trying to figure out, burn, freeze, burn, freeze or burn. I'm saying, hey, we must be all recycled. Somehow they recycle us all and they reuse us again. Our thoughts are taught, the element inside the earth. Anyways, don't want to make up any more bull. So I got one of these. What I want to show you is something from here. Now, Daryl, okay, it's not his name. His name is Zach. Yeah, his name is Zach Daryl. Is that what it is? No, it's not a Daryl, but I don't want to say his other name, but whatever it is, he's working on something. And he wants to figure out the angle of something, and I'd really like to get involved and understand exactly what angle he's looking for, because I like these angles. Everybody's got an angle. Isn't that the way it is? Everybody's got an angle. Don't worry. If he doesn't have what's yours now, he's got the angle to get what it is. I want to show you. 50 times 47, why 47? 7 by 4 is 28, 7 and 4 is 11, 39. It represents 10, okay? 23 and 50 equal to 73. 7 by 3 is 21. 7 plus 3 is 10, equals 31. 1 and 3 again. 14 and 10 is the 24-hour day, the letter N, the letter J. The June bug, creation of time. This is what this says, creation of time. 3760 is when the first Hebrew calendar had joined with the next calendar. I don't think they call it the Gregorian, they might call it the Julian calendar. But don't forget, it had to happen 3 years before, actually, because the actual year of the last year of any zero is actually 1. And since Jesus was born and he needed the 9 months, he couldn't be the whole 3 years. He had to be from the beginning of March when God spoke until December 25th when Jesus was born. And the time would be Hebrew calendar time, 3757. 3 by 7 is 21. 7 by 5 is 35, and 21 is 56. That makes spirit angel a man and the distance of the game. How? 5 times 6 is 30 creation, 5 and 6 is 11, spirit angel of man, 11. It takes you all the way in Monopoly. You jump off the first board and you get to St. Charles. Is that what it is, St. Charles? Hey, Charles, what's happening? I guess the Queen opened the door and let us in, right? Sometimes the names weren't here, but he was born already, St. Charles. Anyways, this is what I want to show you. 50 by 47 is 2350. Moses is born. 30 by 47, 1410, 10-4. Do you understand why? 10-4. Plus this equals 3760. 8 times 47 equals 376. 3 times 76, 3 times 7 is 210, and 18 is 228, which means life, 22, and 8. I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but what happens is 5, 8, and 8. It's 88. 88 by 47 brings you into the year 4136. 36 brings you to short line rail. 41 is from go to go. And the total 77. We're getting into hot water now because hot and cold water add up to this in the gematria tree. Now, if we went this way, 25 times the 94, 15 times the 94, and 4 by the 94, we get 44. The number to the current number of the president in the U.S. right now. What's his name? Barry Obama. Barry Obama. What do you mean? Barry who? Who's Barry who? Look at that funeral yesterday. Someone got Barry. Ain't Barry nobody anymore. Is that right? That's okay. So I'm going to stop at 88. So what happens now is I take all these years, 88, and we add it here. I add on 8 more, becomes 96. I add 8 more, becomes 104. 10, 4, 104, 4, 8, 8, 8. 1776, 1776, 888, 888. 987 plus 789 equals 1776. So when we get over here, which is 88 times 47, then this over here is the 88. This one over here becomes the 96. Is that what it is? Yes, this one becomes a 96. The rotation of man, 9 times 6 is 54. Rubik's Cube. Just want to stop and, okay, no, we'll do that after. So what we're going to do now is now that we have this over here, where we have 88, and then this is the, over here, is the 88, 376. 8 by 47 is 376, 80 by 47 is 3760, 376, 376, 1776. Over here we have 88, 96, which would be this one. This one was 104. The next one is 51, 104, 112. This one over here is 120, and the next one would be this is 120, okay? Stop at 120. Now, you know what, I shouldn't even be doing these videos. 120 is, it's 012. It's actually, when you get to 120, you actually get to 1, 2, 0. 1, 2, 3, but all you got is two numbers and the 0. So if you look that back and you go to the roulette table, that's exactly where it starts. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So you have 5. One of the missing links is because it's odd before it starts. Another thing we're going to show you is that once we add up and we finish over here on the 120 times 47, I think I got the number right. I'm hoping I got the number right. We end up at 4, 5, and 6, which is the number for the Federation. And what we do is we take off next year's time, because that's exactly what it is, from 5640, and we end up with 135 balance. Everything seems to have 1, 3, and 5 on it. I was working on something the other day, finished off at the end, 1, 3, and 5. Has something to do with 1776. Another thing I was working on, 1776. It's very funny because I can't explain exactly what I'm doing unless you sat down here and we went over it and then you say, oh yeah, I see it. You know what it said? It said germ. That's what it said. Every number, everything that moves in this world changes this world we are in. The elements of big business will always change. And when it trickles down to us, we got to change the law. Man's mind has a hard time, okay, distorting itself over different things in the world. We need to learn, we put it in. We'll grow at this. When we start not feeling good and everything, it's because they put so much Neidishkeit into our heads, and we believe it, because what do we know more? 3 out of 4 dentists, 2 out of 5 doctors, Dentine says. Red tape, put some red tape on it. We're going to go through this now. This is what I want to explain. When you take Rubik's Cube, okay, and you turn once, you are turning 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 are standing still. Even if you do it this way, it's always the same thing. You're always moving forward, 2 are standing still. 2 and 4, 4 and 2. 4 by 4 is 16, 4 plus 4 is 8, P and H. Pharmacy. Phonetics. I know it's not the most interesting tape. In fact, I don't even like this most interesting book. So we did this. There's another thing I wanted to show is everybody talks about 87. 87, it stands for October. And not only that, 87 also comes out in some other fashion, but we're going to jump onto something else right now. Or I'm going to make another video. This was a catch-up. We're going to do another video.